afternoon. The topic we have for today is only God can mend the broken pieces. I want to read the passage from the Bible found in uh, in the book of Psalms 18 verse 6. In my distress I called upon the Lord. To my God I cried for help. From his temple he heard my voice, and my cry to him reached his ear. Broken pieces, shattered dreams, failed ambitions, unreached goals, bankrupt business, and the list have no ending. All this and others were part of our lives, and as we expect the positive thing to happen to us, the results did not come out or did not came out as it were as we expected it. So what do we do then? If I have to drop this cup down to the floor, what will happen? This will be broken into pieces which I am not capable of mending it. You see, by the title we have for today, only God can mend the broken piece, the broken pieces of our lives. I remember when I was in the elementary, I told my mom I want to be a nurse because I was so fascinated with um, when we go to the hospital and the nurse wearing the white uniform and a white cap. And I told myself, one day I want to be a nurse. And then my mother just say, well, it depends. But then when I was in college, because nursing was very expensive here in the Philippines, my father told me we cannot afford the nursing course. So I shift to nutrition. So I end up being a nutritionist. I graduated in Bachelor of Science in Food and Nutrition. So it means I have to work in the hospital or I have to work in the restaurant or in the hotel for food management. But when I uh, when I graduated, before I graduate, I took some educational subjects because my remaining subjects are just yeah, I enrolled as a regular student. So to make up with the other subjects na hindi naman masayang magbabayad ako ng miscellaneous for the whole semester, and my subject is only two. So I took educational psychology and another one in order to have professional educational subjects so that I can also teach when I graduate. I will be qualified for teaching. So I took those two subjects where I inquired from our admin, and she told me how to get this. So I took that, and before I graduated in college, before I graduated in college, um, my my father is a policeman in our place in Iloilo City, and he's a friend of the director there of the Boys Town, Mr. Andres. Yeah, Sir Andres was the director during that time, and my father told him, I have a daughter who's graduating. What can you find for a job there? So uh, she can be a daycare teacher. Yeah, she's taking up education units right now. So okay, just let her come in. And so I apply, and I was accepted right away. I teach in the daycare for every morning, and in the afternoon I go to school. So parang working student ako. But in the morning, all the activities were of the daycare center. I have a student, almost 60, so many. 60 in just one class because it's a barangay, and we have the daycare in the near the beach. So I teach there, and for 1 year I was teaching the children, okay, preschool from age 3, 4, 5, and even 6 years old. So when I graduated in college, so okay, that was I have experience already teaching in the daycare. Um, the principal of the Seventh-day Adventist Elementary School, Mom Victoriano, is one. She's the principal during those times. Uh, Asked me if I want to teach in our school. Sabi ko, pwede ba yon? I have not I'm not a graduate of education, but I have educational units. Okay yun, sabi niya. So, I was I was accepted as a, not as a daycare teacher anymore, but a kinder teacher in the elementary school of Iloilo Central Church. So, I taught there for 1 year also. And I asked myself, what am I? I want to be a nurse. I graduated as a nutritionist, but now I am a teacher in the kinder. So I keep on asking myself, ano ba talaga yung ang aking magiging trabaho. So parang naisip ko, hindi ko na reach my goal is to be a nurse. I was not able to reach. And then I graduated as a nutritionist, but I was not working in the hospital. I teach. So all this and others, I am keep on asking myself. When we were in college, we have your barkada, we have friends, and I have a friend, Lera Monong is one of my best friend in college, and we always have nagtotropa-tropa kami. Barkada namin are technology students. You know why? Because we wanted to marry an engineer. So, yung gusto ko engineer. Kaya, yeah. So, our tropa, mga engineer student, we will graduating in, when we were graduating in college. So, parating na sa isip namin, kailangan magka-boyfriend tayo ng engineer. Pero yung mga tropa namin, kasi they are just friends, barkada, hindi naman naniligaw, tropa lang talaga. So, ang mga friends namin doon, si Rudy, Jerry, si Itik, mga iba Inshek, may mga Chinese na mayayaman sila. So, my friend is a daughter of a major, and me, I am daughter of policeman lang. But then, we thought we were so smart enough to have a barkada from the technology department. So whenever we are in the hallway, in the hall where most students are staying, we're always there together with them. The boys are the technology students. And whenever I play basketball during that time in the arts department naman ako, College of Arts. So my barkada are there cheering on me. Terry, where I'm shooting on that game. So we have such a fine group. But when we graduated in college, kanya-kanya na kami, hiwa-hiwalay na. So we have no communication as well. After a time, 1 year after I met Rudy in the pier, and they asked me, oh, what happened to you? Kumustahan? And then, no more. And then, like that. And then my friend Lira she went to Hong Kong to work. And me, I go to Manila. So that's it. Our ambition, the ambition that we have para sa amin ay we're not, because my friend Lera went to Hong Kong to be a domestic helper, and he worked as a domestic helper, not as a nutritionist. And me, when I went to Manila, I work as a teacher because I go on to teaching, kinder again. So, parang sabi ko, ano ba to? What is my ambition? What is, parang hindi ko na-realize yung aking goal. My ambition to marry an engineer was not also fulfilled because I married a pastor. A pastor. So, parang naisip ko, ano kaya pa nangyayari sa buhay ko? Why is it that things are not happening as I expected to happen? And there is one story in the Bible when about he's one of my favorite character in the Bible by the name of Joseph. He was the favorite child of Jacob. But when time comes, trials comes to him, that he was sold to Egypt and he became a slave there. But then when he was good things are coming up to him when he was appointed as overseer of the master Potiphar in the household. But things went worse when the wife uh, tempted him to sin against the husband, and was even uh, uh, thrown into prison because of the wife's doing. And when he was in prison, there things are going better when the prisons dreamed and he interpreted the dreams. But then when that the one of that prisoner who promised to plead his case to the king did not uh, did not remember him until such a time that Pharaoh had a dream. So um, Joseph, expecting himself to be um, better and better, he was up to the time that he was thrown to the prison. But then his faith in God did not waver. So he just continued on trusting the Lord. And later on, we can see that in the life of Joseph, he was uh, he was turned into a governor of Egypt. Here we can see that sometimes the dreams, the obsession that we have, the goals we have in our lives, the ambitions, and whatever we have in our mind during our years of service to the Lord really did not come true. But as we know, God has other plans in our lives. Just like me, I have always been questioning myself, why why did I have to be a teacher when I am not supposed to be? Why do I have to marry a pastor when I wanted to marry an engineer? Just that. And then God has a better plans. Yes, I know. And God has other plans in my life and in your life too. So God has a promise for you and for me. The promise is found in Philippians 4:7, and the peace of the peace of God which surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. So whatever shattered dreams, whatever broken pieces, hurt aches, or many others that we experience, always remember that there's only God, only God can mend that broken pieces in our lives together and make us happy and loving persons. Make us a better person in the end, because God has other had other plans for you and for me. So I hope that you will be challenged by this message, and thank you for watching.